A familiar face from Florida's Panhandle, Republican Representative Neal Dunn has long been a steady presence in the halls of Congress. Known for his calm demeanor and commitment to his constituents, Dunn has built a reputation as a dedicated public servant, always ready to listen to the concerns of those he represents. Now, after years of service, he has announced that his current term in the U.S. House will be his last, marking the end of an era for both his district and the state of Florida. After 5 terms, and nearly a decade representing Florida's 2nd congressional district, Dunn is stepping aside, leaving behind a legacy of advocacy for rural communities, veterans, and healthcare reform. He joins a growing list of lawmakers choosing to leave Washington ahead of the 2026 elections, a trend that signals shifting tides in the nation's capital and a changing political landscape. Dunn's career has spanned medicine, the military, and Congress, giving him a unique perspective on the challenges facing both his district and the country. As a surgeon and Army veteran, he brought first-hand experience to debates on healthcare and national security. His departure marks a notable shift for his district and colleagues, many of whom have relied on his expertise and steady leadership during turbulent times in Washington. With Dunn stepping down, his exit opens a coveted seat in a reliably Republican district, sparking immediate interest from local leaders and political hopefuls eager to make their mark. The stage is now set for a competitive primary, as candidates from across the region prepare to campaign for the opportunity to represent North Florida in Congress. Dunn's decision to retire reflects both personal reasons, such as a desire to spend more time with family, and the broader changes sweeping through Congress, where increasing polarization and mounting pressures have led many lawmakers to reconsider their futures. For North Florida residents, from the bustling streets of Panama City to the quiet rural counties, this transition means choosing a new advocate in Washington, someone who will carry forward their concerns and priorities on the national stage. Voters will soon weigh in on who they believe can best represent their interests, as the district prepares for a new chapter in its political story. As we look back at Dunn's career and his decision to retire, we'll explore the path that brought him to office, the impact of his work on the district, and what his departure means for the future of Congress and the people he served. This is more than just one politician's retirement. It's a snapshot of American politics in transition, a moment that captures the evolving nature of leadership and representation in our democracy. Before Congress, Neal Dunn was Dr. Dunn, a urologist who co-founded one of the nation's largest urology practices in Panama City. His first-hand experience with healthcare's challenges shaped his political views and resonated with voters seeking a practical problem solver. Dunn's move into politics was a second act, driven by a desire to serve his community on a larger scale. Beyond medicine, he was a businessman and banker, giving him a broad perspective on his district's economy. This blend of medical and business experience defined his political identity. In Washington, he brought a unique skill set, especially on healthcare legislation. Dunn's background as a citizen legislator set him apart, grounding his approach in real-world experience. His journey from doctor to congressman shaped the priorities he championed in the House. Neal Dunn's service extended beyond medicine. He spent over a decade as a U.S. Army surgeon, including time in combat zones. This experience gave him deep insight into the sacrifices of service members and the needs of veterans. As an Army surgeon, he cared for wounded soldiers, building composure under pressure and a personal connection to the military community. His military background resonated with voters in a district home to major installations like Tyndall Air Force Base. Dunn's dual identity as doctor and veteran gave him credibility on defense and veterans issues. He advocated for robust support for active duty personnel and veterans, informed by first-hand experience. This unique perspective became a hallmark of his congressional work. Dunn's military and medical expertise shaped his leadership and committee roles in Washington. In Congress, Neal Dunn quickly established himself as a steadfast conservative voice, earning a reputation for his unwavering commitment to the values and priorities of his constituents. From the outset, Dunn made it clear that he would be a strong advocate for the issues that mattered most to the people of his district. His legislative agenda centered on 3 key areas: healthcare, military and veterans affairs, and economic policy. Dunn championed lower taxes, robust military support, and healthcare innovation, believing these pillars would strengthen both his district and the nation as a whole. He consistently pushed for policies that would limit government bureaucracy, aiming to make government more efficient and responsive to the needs of everyday Americans. As a practicing physician before entering Congress, Dunn brought first-hand experience to healthcare debates. He was a vocal critic of the Affordable Care Act, arguing that it created unnecessary red tape and drove up costs for patients and providers alike. Instead, he pushed for market-based reforms, greater price transparency, and more choices for patients. On the influential House Energy and Commerce Committee, Dunn worked to empower both patients and doctors, advocating for policies that would put healthcare decisions back in the hands of individuals and families. He also prioritized veterans' care, recognizing the unique needs of those who served. Serving on the Veterans Affairs Committee, Dunn fought to improve access to quality healthcare and benefits for veterans, ensuring they received the support and respect they deserve. He was a leading advocate for VA modernization, supporting efforts to upgrade facilities, streamline services, and reduce wait times for veterans seeking care. Dunn also played a key role in supporting the 2017 tax cuts, which he argued would boost economic growth, create jobs, and allow families to keep more of their hard-earned money. On the national security front, Dunn took a tough stance on foreign threats, especially from countries like China and Russia. He supported measures to strengthen America's defense and protect U.S. interests abroad. Throughout his 5 terms in office, Dunn maintained a consistently conservative voting record, earning high marks from conservative organizations and staying true to his campaign promises. His legislative work was deeply influenced by his background as both a physician and a military veteran, giving him a unique perspective on the challenges facing his district and the country. Dunn remained closely connected to the priorities of his district, regularly meeting with constituents, listening to their concerns, and bringing their voices to Washington. His focus on practical, results-oriented solutions set him apart as he worked with colleagues and advisors to craft policies that addressed real-world problems. Ultimately, Dunn's dedication to conservative principles and his drive to deliver meaningful change defined his time in office, leaving a lasting impact on both his district and the nation. In his retirement announcement, Dunn explained his decision as a desire to pass the torch to new conservative leaders. The main reason, though, was personal, a wish to return home to Panama City and spend more time with family and grandchildren. After a decade in Congress, the demands of constant travel and time away from loved ones took their toll. Dunn called his service his greatest honor, highlighting achievements in tax cuts, military support, healthcare, and anti-abortion legislation. His statement was one of gratitude and fulfillment, not regret. He thanked constituents, staff, and family for their support. Dunn's words framed his retirement as a positive transition, content with his legacy. He leaves Washington ready for a new chapter centered on family and community. Dunn's retirement is part of a larger wave. He's one of 49 House members, nearly split between parties, not seeking re-election in 2026. Some are retiring from public life, others are running for higher office, like governor or senator. This bipartisan trend points to deeper issues in Congress: polarization, gridlock, and burnout. The toxic political climate and difficulty passing legislation have led many to step away. When experienced lawmakers leave, Congress loses valuable institutional knowledge. This brain drain means a younger, less experienced body of legislators. While new members bring fresh ideas, the loss of veterans makes consensus harder. The next Congress will see a major influx of new faces, changing its dynamics. Dunn's departure is part of a broader transformation reshaping the House. Dunn's retirement comes at a pivotal moment of uncertainty in the House, where the Republican majority is razor-thin and every seat matters more than ever. The chamber, once bustling with activity, now faces a period of transition and unpredictability. Recent resignations and unexpected deaths have made the margin even tighter, giving small factions and individual lawmakers outsized influence over the legislative process. With each departure, the balance of power shifts and the stakes for every decision grow higher. In this environment, every vote counts, making governance a constant challenge for party leaders. Even routine legislation can become a battleground, as leaders must negotiate with both moderates and hardliners to secure enough support. The upcoming special election for Marjorie Taylor Greene's seat in Georgia could further shift the balance of power. Both parties are watching closely, knowing that even a single seat could tip the scales in a closely divided House. The wave of retirements adds a new layer of unpredictability to the 2026 midterms, with open seats like Dunn's likely to be hotly contested in both Republican and Democratic primaries. New faces and fresh voices are expected to emerge, making the outcome even harder to predict. While Dunn's district is considered safely Republican, the absence of an incumbent creates new opportunities for ambitious candidates and could reshape local party dynamics. Campaigns are already gearing up, and political strategists are recalculating their odds. Across the country, 49 open seats will be key battlegrounds for control of the House. Each race has the potential to alter the national political landscape, drawing attention and resources from both parties. The mounting pressure, intense scrutiny, and deepening division in Congress may be driving more members to retire. Many lawmakers cite burnout, frustration, and the desire for a less contentious environment as reasons for stepping down. For many, the appeal of private life, spending time with family, pursuing new opportunities, or simply stepping away from the spotlight, now outweighs the prospect of another term in a deeply divided chamber. As the House continues to evolve, the choices of individual members will shape its future in ways both seen and unseen. With Dunn stepping down, attention turns to Florida's 2nd District, a large, diverse, and reliably Republican area. The district includes Panama City, rural counties, and major military installations like Tyndall Air Force Base. Dunn's comfortable victories reflect the district's conservative leanings, making the GOP primary the real contest. Ambitious local politicians and community leaders are expected to vie for the seat. The campaign will focus on military support, economic development, agriculture, and conservative values. Voters face a significant choice in selecting Dunn's successor. The winner will represent the district's interests in Washington, from disaster recovery to national policy. The race to replace Dunn will shape North Florida's federal representation for years to come. As the race to replace him heats up, Neal Dunn is preparing for a quieter life back in Panama City. After years of public service, he's returning home to focus on family and community. For many former lawmakers, this transition is a welcome change from the relentless demands of Congress. Dunn's deep local roots mean he'll likely remain active in civic life, but without the pressures of Washington. He may serve on boards or offer expertise in healthcare and business, but on his own terms. Dunn's story is a reminder that public service is often just one chapter in a larger life. He leaves behind a legacy of conservative advocacy and a decade of work for his constituents. Now, he looks forward to a more personal chapter, centered on home, family, and community.